Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode, or I guess this live stream, Facemask Fantasy.
We can
and it's
call
game
it
day.
we want to call
Yes,
it.
it's an episode. It's a live stream. It's a podcast. It's whatever.
It's a show.
Right.
Yeah. Whatever you want to call it. We swing just fine with whatever. But
call
yes,
it what you want to call it. I'm not going to finish that song
regardless.
lyric, but
yeah, there you go. And yes, happy game day. I'm sure people have some decisions to make.
Yeah, we got a bunch of news over the last 12 hours since the last stream. I mean,
yeah. Justin Fields not expected to play.
Right. It might not pertain to today, but we got a bunch of news over the past 24 or 12.
Yeah. So I guess the sleeper notification that I got this morning is just as it pertains to Matthew Stafford and how the Rams aren't sure if or when, I think that was the language, if or when he'll be able to return this season. They're not beating the Chiefs today. No disrespect to Bryce Perkins, but they're not going into Arrowhead and beating Mahomes. That's just not happening. That'll set their record down to 3-8. This is a lost season for them. Haven't they already played San Francisco twice this year? And San Francisco beat them both times?
I don't know the answer to that, but that seems about right.
I'm pretty sure.
Either way, man. Yeah, at this point, if you only have 3 wins and you're starting your
cooked.
third QB and it looks like Matt Stafford's not coming back and you lost your number 1 wide receiver and now Allen Robinson isn't even going to play, yeah.
Oh, is Allen Robinson also out?
Yeah, Allen Robinson with a foot injury, not likely to play.
Yeah, so your season's in the toilet at this point if you're the Rams.
Shut everything down.
Shut it all down. I'll say this. I don't think there's a non-zero chance this is it for Matthew Stafford. Maybe he doesn't want to go out this way specifically, but this man has dealt with a lot of injuries have piled up for him over the years.
He's been an Iron Man. Like he's played through a ton of injuries on Detroit.
Notoriously played hurt a lot.
This year, all year, the elbow thing, all year.
The elbow was an issue dating back to training camp. Even though they tried to downplay it.
Yeah.
Got his Super Bowl win last year. Had a magical season. Again,
and
maybe this isn't how he wants to go out.
We thought the Super Bowl hangover was going to be for the Bengals, and it's for the Rams. So
yeah, go figure. It was football, man. Yeah, it happened to the Super Bowl winner, whereas the Bengals, you're feeling good about them.
Yeah,
if you're a Bengals fan. You feel just fine. Although Jamar Chase is not expected to play today, so we'll be waiting on him for one more week. That was the big news, right? Was the Rams. Not sure if we got any other big time news or updates.
It looks like Aaron Rodgers' thumb injury is more serious than previously thought. They're saying that it's an avulsion fracture. I don't even know what that is, but that sounds serious. And if they're saying it's more serious than it is, the quote here from Sleeper is, incredible he's playing through it.
Okay.
But he has been playing decent enough to, he's Aaron Rodgers. Even 50% of Aaron Rodgers is better than Bryce Perkins. Sorry, Bryce Perkins. But just to make, so maybe it's a slight downgrade rest of season for the rest of the Green Bay pass catchers, but he's been fine over the last 2 weeks and he's been dealing with this for a while. So I don't really know what to say there.
It's been obvious that he's been missing some throws, but yes, the numbers in the box score are there at the end of the day for fantasy purposes. But it's very clear this is not the same Aaron Rodgers that we are used to.
And I thought, and a lot of people thought, it was just the absence of his number 1 target over the last 4 seasons. And it's not just that, he's also dealing with an injury. So got to factor that in. Cardinals, Greg Dortch, unlikely to play. We said that yesterday, but the news came out. Unlikely to play. But yeah, basically the rest of the news is as we said it was coming off of yesterday's stream.
Yup. So obviously adjust accordingly. Injuries, especially to quarterbacks, are big deals. You know this. Yeah, I think it's about it. I think we can go ahead and
Jump right into the chat
probably
here.
just jump right into these questions.
Yeah. I mean, we did our whole long intro yesterday and got through most of the stuff that happened over the last week. So this is just a refresher over the last 10 hours. But yeah, Elout, good to see you. Tommy Talaga, good to see you. Yeah, we're almost to 3K. If anybody's in here that isn't subbed, throw us a sub. And yeah, we only need 2. We only need 2 today. So help us out.
And real quick.
Yep.
Debo expected to play with the hamstring injury. Josh Jacobs likely to play with the ankle injury that he picked up late in the week. So you are firing those guys up with a little bit more confidence with those reports. You have to fire them up anyway. And then Gus Edwards, Demarcus Robinson, Devin Duvernay, all expected to go for the Ravens. So I guess the Ravens are getting a little bit healthier.
Good to hear.
Somewhat.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into these chat questions. Tommy with the first one. You're riding with Hurts, Diggs, Kirk, Aaron Jones, Jeff Wilson, Schultz, Devonta Smith in my flex, Justin Tucker and the Dolphins. I think you got a solid team, man.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
Hurts, Diggs, Kirk, Aaron. Yeah, you got a very solid team.
Got a stack.
Very solid team. Yep. Schultz, 2 touchdowns. You should win this week. I don't know who you're playing against. You got a good chance to win this week.
Is that the other team right below? Dak, who already went. Higgins, no Chase. So that's
Barkley
tough.
didn't have a ceiling game.
No. McCaffrey, Freiermuth, Rashad.
I mean, the other team's good too, but I think you're
good
fine.
Matchup.
But
I mean,
do you both have Justin Tucker? How does that work?
That's a typo.
Yeah. But no, you got a good chance to win today, man. Yeah. Good luck. If you have any questions with choosing between 2 players to start or whatever, let us know. And hey, good luck to you today as well, Anthony.
Yeah, what's up, Anthony?
Lauren, hey, the Coopermans are with us. What's going on, Coopermans?
What's happening,
Need to start
Coopermans?
1 in the flex in PPR. Lazard, Foreman, Landry, Eli Mitchell, Akers, or Sky Moore. Lazard.
Yeah, I think
or
Lazard in full PPR.
Yeah.
No.
No Dobbs. Again.
Yeah, no Dobbs, but like
10 and 11 targets in the last 3 weeks.
Right, the volume has been there. The matchup is okay. The game script should be in his favor. They're gonna have to throw a lot, especially on the road.
Yep.
Lazard.
Yeah, I would go to Lazard.
Foreman Foreman can get you 15 points, I guess, but in full PPR, I guess I just feel safer.
He can also get you 3, and I don't think Lazard is ever getting you 3. So that's my distinction there, especially in PPR. And yeah, 10 targets, 3 targets, and 11 targets in the last 3 games. I'm chasing that with Lazard.
There you go.
Regardless of whatever's going on with Aaron Rodgers' hand.
Yeah, obviously that's a little concerning, but if he's in and playing, then we got to operate like it's full go, like we're full go, you know?
Yep.
So, and
some of those touchdowns should swing back to Lazard's way with the targets that he's getting over Christian Watson.
Sure.
Hey, Tommy, between Komet or Hurst, it's Hurst with no Fields.
Hurst.
It's Hurst with no Fields. Yep.
No Fields for the Bears, no Chase for the Bengals.
Yep. Hurst easy.
Yeah.
Richie Rich, good to see you. Start Brady in the rain or Carr and Matt Ryan are both available for pickup. I think I would swerve.
What is let me get the most recent weather reports in Cleveland.
If those reports stay the same, I would swerve. And I guess I would go Derek Carr.
I guess Matt Ryan's got a great matchup against Pittsburgh, but they got healthy, right? Minka Fitzpatrick is back. TJ Watt is back. Like they got a little more healthy on defense, and that Colts offensive line is bad. I was looking at Matt Ryan, admittedly, in a streamer situation.
He's not a bad stream. I think Derek Carr is just clearing away the better guy.
Yeah.
And he has Devontae Adams, who he has been showing rapport with over the last few weeks. And Seattle will have you run up the score. Like Pittsburgh, I don't think they're a team that's going to have you running up the score. They're not playing that way this year. Seattle is this year. Seattle
Colts
is
can't run up the score anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, in a game where if you're expecting a shootout and more reliance on the QB, especially with a semi banged up Josh Jacobs, I think it's Derek Carr.
That's true. As it pertains to Brady, it looks like the rain might hold off, but it is going to be anywhere from 20 to 50%. Like, it's a wide range of potential rain in the forecast during the game. And then again, the winds are going to pick up as the game moves on. They're not going to die down as the game moves on. 13 miles per hour at kickoff, 15 miles per hour, 17 miles per hour, 19 miles per hour. Like, the winds are projected to pick up
right.
Over the course of the game. Now, that's not like 40 mile per hour, wind gusts, wind storms, wind palooza or whatever you want to call it. It's not like that. But the conditions are a little enough to be like, meh, on Brady, who has not been that great anyway.
And I mean, how old is he? He's not somebody who has a strong arm. He hasn't had a strong arm for the last 10 years of his career. He's just, the short dump offs, that's kind of his thing. You know what I mean? If you're talking about players who can cut through the wind, you're talking about your Mahomes and Josh Allens and stuff. A 45-year-old Tom Brady, still a very good quarterback, but you gotta say he doesn't have the arm strength of some of these other guys.
Yeah, it'll be more difficult.
Come on. Carr.
Sure. I would. Carr's a fine pivot. I might have to do that myself.
And Elout's got to choose who to put into the flex. If you got Perrine this week, Perrine is a spot start over a lot of people. And I think if outside of this being a full PPR league, let me know. I think I'd just go Perrine and call it a day.
I would too. Yeah, and to you kind of answered your own question. Hollywood's probably playing on a pitch count today. He's probably fine in full PPR. I just don't. It's just a kind of rule of thumb for me. I don't feel good about players in their first game back unless it was like if Jamar Chase was a game time call today and potentially on a pitch count, I'm playing Jamar Chase. But that's a little different. Jamar Chase is a top 3, maybe top 5 player at the position, probably more like top 3. You have to roll with a guy like that if he's off the injury report. Hollywood is good in his own right, don't get me wrong, no disrespect, but like unless you are one of the best at your position,
or even just a number 1 wide receiver in your own offense.
I like to, sure, that too. I like to wait a week. First game back from injury. I just like to wait a week, personally. So, Perrine with no Mixon.
I think that's solid.
I would do that.
Yep.
I would do that.
Mordenheim 1, choosing between T-Law and Mariota. I think I would just go Mariota, man.
Yeah, I mean, so Lawrence it's a good matchup and he's at home. I grappled with these guys as well. I lost Fields in a situation and I'm trying to figure out which quarterback to pick up, like literally right as we speak. Lawrence it's a good matchup by the numbers, actually. Baltimore, I think, is in the top 6 as far as passing yards allowed on the season. This is not your daddy's Ravens, so to speak. They are not like...
They have gotten some... They made some trades at the deadline. They have gotten a player back healthy. So you do have to say that it's kind of a tale of two cities with the Baltimore Ravens. The first 7 games are not what we've seen from them over the last 5.
Yeah.
But continue.
The other thing with Lawrence is he has gone, I think, like a 4-5 or 5-6 game stretch where he's thrown for 1 touchdown or fewer. He's a little volatile in that regard. I guess at home you feel better about him because the Ravens are the better team. You expect the Ravens to, whether the Ravens are winning that game or not, the Jags will not ever be in a situation today where they can take their foot off the gas, or at least that's not what we expect. So they will have to play aggressive. As for Mariota, he's like slopping together performances, but it's happening. It's coming in the form of 17, 18 fantasy points
consistent
per game, even though it's like 150 passing yards and a score, and then maybe 50 yards on the ground and another score. Like, it's very gross. But it's become somewhat reliable. And if there's going to be rain in DC today, I'm not scared off by Mariota because he's going to run. And he also delivered in a rainstorm on Thursday night against Carolina not too long ago. The difference, of course, is, well, it's not a huge difference. Carolina's got solid players on defense. Washington has a good defensive line. So we just have to be aware of that. I guess my ceiling play is Lawrence because his floor is lower, and Mariota is the floor play. So I guess it depends on your situation. If you feel like you're an underdog, maybe I pick up Lawrence. If you feel like you're in a decent spot and you just need somebody to get you 15, 16 points and hope that the rest of your lineup can do the rest, then Mariota.
Yeah, T-Law's a little more boomer bust than Mariota, so I agree with that.
Lawrence more boom bust, Mordenheim. Mariota's a little safer if you can get away with a blah, quarterback play that might not get more than 15 points.
Yep. Jack Wyatt, Lazard, Curtis Samuel, or Hollywood Brown. I'm gonna be playing. I know that Rodgers news was not what you wanted to hear.
Right.
But I'm coming around to just playing Lazard for a lot of these questions, because I cannot.
I like his volume.
Yeah, I cannot hate on his volume. Again, 3 weeks ago it was either 10 or 11 targets. 2 weeks ago it was 3 or 4. Last week it was 10 or 11. I forget the numbers. I was looking at them last night. But yeah, the target allotment for Lazard has been great, and I'm chasing that, even with a banged up Rodgers.
Yep.
Tommy, we'll see about that. We'll see.
I mean, yeah, I guess it's possible, right? That game, I know that game means something to him. The Bears game means something to Aaron Rodgers. We know that. Yeah, I mean, I think we don't expect them to beat the Eagles tonight.
No,
the Eagles were gotten
and
by Washington.
Then they're 4-8. The Packers. So maybe.
Right.
And that Bears game matchup means something to them.
Sure.
And then in the Packers, they're not playing Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp and the Rams the next week. And then they might pick up that, but then they got the Dolphins and they're sitting with 6 wins, and it's like that's not going to get you anywhere. And then the Vikings and the Lions, and honestly, the Packers might lose to both of those teams. So, yeah, I mean, we might see it. But speculation. We'll get there when we get there.
There isn't much left for the Packers to play for at this point. They are no longer. They're not a part of the playoff picture. They're just they're not. So yeah, sure.
And Matt Taylor have PPR. I would absolutely choose Josh Palmer coming off an 100-yard game with 2 touchdowns with no Mike Williams. Like that's easy. That's easy. Josh Palmer. Pretty much.
I missed the question because I missed the question because I was going after the bots.
No, it's just Josh Palmer over the guys that he's got there.
Over Njoku and Robinson. Oh yes. Yeah, with no Mike Williams after what he did last week. We're not expecting.
That's what I said.
Yeah, we're not expecting those same numbers. Yeah, I'm reinforcing it.
Yep. Cruz Garcia, Higgins or White at the flex have PPR. This is a tough question, but I gotta play Higgins, man, with no chase.
Play Higgins.
I want to play White. Who's your full roster?
Yeah, man, I really want to play White, but I'm not sitting Higgins.
Yeah, who's in your full roster? Put it all in the chat, and we can help you.
Even if Chase was playing.
If you can fit White in there, but I would be playing Lazard. But I'm trying to play White because he is a borderline RB1 this week.
Or Higgins, yeah.
Yep. Anthony Ramos, Dulcich, Logan Thomas, Juwan Johnson, Taysom Hill, Hooper, or Disley.
Figure out a tight end stream here. Is Logan Thomas still on the injury report? Not that I'm just out of curiosity. Not as much start that guy.
No, I think he's off the injury report, but
he's not yet.
He's not in the contention for. It's either Juwan Johnson or Dulcich for me here. And I had to make the choice between these two. I ended up dropping Juwan Johnson in a season-long for Dulcich for the playoffs because Juwan Johnson has a bye in there coming up. But
that's right, the Saints have a bye this year. Yeah, I think I would personally go Dulcich with no Judy.
And you can hold on to him, or if this is a who should I be picking up situation, you can hold on to him for the remainder of the season because he has a good schedule and he's been playing at his floor, and he could start putting together some ceiling weeks if this team can get any sort of back on track, or even if just luck goes his way. So Dulcich.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, fine with Dulcich over those other guys.
Leon, what's going on? Sutton, Watson, Leon. Pickens, Marquise Brown, Foreman, pick 2 full PPR, and God bless you too. But what do you got here? Sutton and Watson.
I feel like I'm really dismissing Foreman a lot this week, and I kind of feel bad about it because I do think he's solid, but I feel like when everybody presents their options, they just have a guy that I'm a little more in on. Foreman can get you a floor of 10 points or so, or well, I guess he has a floor of like 5.
No, he has a floor of 2 points in the two of the last 3 games, 2.1 points and 2.4 points in half PPR. But in those other games, 19 points, 14 points, and 31.8 points. So he has a ceiling when he's playing a team like at Atlanta.
Yeah,
but when
he's the true ceiling, or he's the true boom bust play here.
And yeah, 2 out of the 3 big weeks for him were actually against Atlanta. Atlanta week 8, 31 points. Atlanta week 10, 19 points. Maybe it's only going on Foreman when the matchup is real good. Like he has a matchup against Seattle and Detroit later in the year, week 14 and week 16. So he's a good bench guy to have during the playoffs. But I think I'm swerving off of him.
Sutton and Watson, full PPR.
Yeah, against a good Denver defense. Yeah.
Yeah. I like Pickens as well. I think Sutton has to be in there of these guys, and then it like Watson is the ceiling play. Pickens has a ceiling as well, but I do think Pickens is a little safer than Watson. But I don't know that. Like, here's the thing: Watson has been coming through in the form of his past 2 games. We have to keep this in perspective with Christian Watson. His past 2 games, he has 5 touchdowns
on 8 receptions.
Yeah, that's just. I mean, look.
It's unsustainable. It's
not sustainable.
Right.
It's not sustainable. Now, game script should be in his favor tonight.
Should he be able to pick up 1? Yeah, I'm not betting on him getting multiple though.
No, no. So that's just something that we have to keep in mind. With Watson. Watson is a ceiling play. I would say Pickens is a safer floor play. It depends on a combination of your risk tolerance and what you need.
Yeah.
Sutton for sure. Watson is your all or nothing play. Pickens it should be a steady, safe floor play.
Yeah, I think I agree with that.
Hollywood again. I'm waiting. Personally, I'm waiting a week on Hollywood.
There's a point in which I will go a Hollywood Brown. But, I mean, I'd rather have Pickens or Watson in over Hollywood Brown today. But, I mean, if it was, that might be a tier break for me right there. So,
yeah.
Kamara or Evans this week for Nokel 18. I think I just go Kamara with Evans maybe dealing with the
wind.
Yeah.
I hate Kamara's. Kamara does not. Maybe this is disrespectful to Kamara. But, like, on the road in San Francisco, I know he needs to be involved, but that's just such a bad matchup. At least with Evans, it's a great matchup. I know the elements suck. The weather sucks. But the matchup is significantly better. I think I would play Evans.
It's real close.
It is close.
Real close.
You're talking about 2 perennial studs at their positions.
Yeah. I guess I would. Yeah, it's weird to say Kamara floor.
Evans ceiling.
Yeah, but I think that's where we're at. And I kind of hate giving those answers. I just want to give you an answer, but that is like it depends on your squad. It depends where you're at, what your matchup looks like. If you're down in a deficit because 3 games have already been played and stuff like that, it depends. I want to give you a straight answer there, but Kamara floor, Evans ceiling, but you can't go wrong.
You're talking about 2 dudes who are regularly in 99% of lineups, so having to sit one it's a tough call.
Riley VIP, is Van Jefferson
What's up, Riley?
startable? I mean,
Riley, we had to take Kelsey.
Here.
Riley, we had to take Kelsey away from you in the Zombie League.
Yeah.
Sorry, bud.
So that's what that was.
Yeah. But we got Knox in for him, right? So he didn't lose.
Yeah. So you got some points in there, but it's not Kelsey points. Sorry.
Yeah. Welcome to Zombie Land.
But you can start being active on that waiver wire if you want to.
You can make pickups on the wire now officially. Maybe we should have left Knox out for him to potentially pick up a streamer. I forgot about that.
Well, it's before kickoff. You can If you want to start somebody else, let us know.
Yeah, Riley, if you want us to actually
and then we'll
pull
switch it
Knox
around
out
for
you. so you can pick up a streamer, let us know. We'll throw you a bone.
But in terms of your question here, is Van Jefferson startable? If Matt Stafford was playing, I would say okay. And considering no Allen Robinson is unlikely to play this week, and no Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
But now it's not even John Warford. It's Bryce Perkins, who I don't think I've ever even seen take a snap in the NFL. So is Van Jefferson startable? I mean, if you're in like a 16, 18 team league and you're really hit by injuries, sure. But this is a week where there's no bye. So you should be able to find somebody better than Van Jefferson this week. So I don't think Van Jefferson is a start. No.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yep. And then Mordenheim's got another question here. Sutton, White, Watson, Edwards, half PPR. White, dude.
Yeah.
Play Rashad White.
One of this group, then it's Rashad White.
Yep. Easy.
Wheels up on him.
Chris Flores is starting. Chubb, Latavius Murray, Olave, Higgins, and White at the flex. I don't know if I would really change anything. I mean, Ayuk has been on a tear.
Ayuk is on a tear right now.
Ayuk is on a tear. But, I mean, looking at your starting options there, like...
play him over Olave if you want.
That's the only thing I'm thinking. Because Olave
Ayuk is on a heater right now. Holy hell.
Olave hasn't been a ceiling play week in, week out the way that Ayuk has for the past like 5 weeks. Yeah. Olave's been Ayuk has been incredible.
Yeah, he's been very good.
Wide receiver 15 on the year. Look at the week 6, wide receiver 3, week 7, 28, week 8, wide receiver 10, week 9 by week 10, wide receiver 39, week 11, wide receiver 9. I mean, he's flip-flopping wide receiver 1 weeks, which is what wide receiver 1s do. So,
right.
Or low-end wide
receiver 1s do.
receiver 1s
wide receiver 2 week here and there, but every other week is a wide receiver 1 week. Like,
yeah, I'm moving Ayuk in there over Olave.
He's killing it right now.
Yeah, Ayuk over Olave for me.
Now, and Debo is expected to play, but he was on the injury report with the hamstring, so
could be on some sort of a pitch count. So yeah, Olave.
Ayuk.
Ayuk.
Yeah, I think I would flip Ayuk in there, Chris. I mean, up to you. Like mentioned, we don't want to set your lineup for you, but I would probably get Ayuk in there.
And Tommy, I got you. That's why you said Justin Tucker twice. Solid team there too, man.
Okay,
very solid team there too.
I wasn't sure if that was another team or like the matchup that you.
Higgins, Waddle, Dak's been playing well. You got CMC and Barkley. Very good team. Rashad White this week. Very good.
Yeah, nicely done.
TS, I would go with Burks in full PPR.
Sure, might as well. I mean,
I cannot expect DeMarcus Robinson to get 9 for 9 and 128 yards again, because typically DeMarcus Robinson, when he was playing with a better passing quarterback in Patrick Mahomes, would give you a 25-point week and then follow it up with 25 weeks of 1 point. Like that's kind of what DeMarcus Robinson would do. So if he is able to string together 2 consecutive solid starts here, that's an aberration from him. And I mean, he's 28, so we kind of already know what he is. I would go Burks. And Elout, the Titans got it. We spoke about it yesterday. Nick spoke about it yesterday. The Titans have a good rushing defense, but with no Jamar Chase in a good offense, Perrine is already a pass-catching back with some viability. Now he gets the full workload to himself. I mean, I'm playing him if I have him in a lot of situations.
Yeah, I agree. The matchup is less than ideal by the numbers. The Titans are good against the run. They got a very good defensive line. They got they're very good at stopping the run. It's hard to look away from the volume though that we expect him to get today, especially as a guy who plays on third downs even when the starter is healthy.
Yep.
So, yeah. I do feel okay about him. Now, Anthony's question right below, I am playing Rashad White over Samaje if I have to make that call. I'm playing Rashad White.
Perrine's a volume-based RB2. White's a borderline RB1.
Yeah, I mean, we have to rank him probably as an RB2, but I would, because of the matchup, I feel better about Rachaad White.
Yep.
So I'm playing guys like that over Samaje, but yeah, he's ranked inside the top 20 this week firmly. Samaje is. So yeah, he's very much an option.
And
temper expectations a little bit because of the matchup.
Yep. The lost tapes. Yo, I would play Jimmy G over Tom Brady for the rest of the year. Look at what he's done since week 5. QB9, 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 QB14, QB19, and QB5. Already had his bye week, so you don't have to worry about that. And look at these matchups for Jimmy G. New Orleans, Miami, Tampa Bay and Seattle, a little bit tougher. Washington, Las Vegas. Like, it's from a defensive perspective, the defenses he's going up against, not tough. He can continue to put together a couple of strings of QB9, low-end QB1 performances, and that's better than what Tom Brady's been giving you, even in good weather games. So I'm playing Jimmy G for the rest of the season, lost tapes. With the Yu-Gi-Oh avatar, I see you.
There you go.
Elau, you are very welcome. Let us know if you have any more questions.
Yeah, thank you.
Evan Gettleman, half PPR. I am going Chris Olave, even though Kadarius Toney and Hardman are out and Juju is back
in. Damn.
They're not going to need to pass a whole bunch. They're not.
But it's
I know
Mahomes.
it's Mahomes.
But they will.
I know it's Mahomes. I know it's Mahomes.
Will. Oh, man. No Toney, no Mecole.
I guess this is another ceiling floor play. Chris Olave is a fine floor play, but he has a ceiling, and Juju feels like the aim for the clouds option here.
The all or nothing.
Yeah. But I'd be more inclined. Usually I'm willing to go with the higher upside guy, but I think I'm more inclined to just go Olave because he has a little bit of both.
I do think I would go with Juju just because prior to the concussion, he was on a roll. He was finally starting to put it together. Prior to the concussion, 3 games prior to the concussion, 10 catches on 12 targets for 88 yards, 7 catches on 8 targets for 124 and a touchdown. Caught all 5 of his targets the week, what's that, week 7, week 6, for 113 yards and a touchdown. The Rams are actually a top 10 matchup by the numbers. It's a favorable matchup. The Rams are good against the run. They're not good against the pass. I do think I'm split here. If you're still doing Olave, I think I would say I would go Juju personally. If I feel like I need to swing for the fences a little bit. Juju.
Yeah, it's just Olave has been good in his own right. Wide receiver
Olave
13 on the season and wide receiver 12 in PPR. That means he's a wide receiver 1. He's the wide receiver 12 in PPR on the year. And I got to go back to that. Landry is back.
Landry's back, and Mecole and Toney are out for Kansas City. I honestly think that is the determining factor for me on this.
Fair. But he was still able to get it done, even with Landry back. Wide receiver 5 finished last week.
He caught a bomb for a score. Oh, yeah. No, Olave's awesome. I think I just prefer Juju's situation a little bit more this week.
All right. So we're split, Evan. Hopefully our talking through it helps you figure out what you want to do there.
Right. Hopefully the discourse helps.
And then, Anthony, I'm going Sutton there because you can't trust Garrett Wilson this week with a new quarterback and Corey Davis back. Brandon Cook's got Kyle Allen now to deal with. And I guess if it's not Sutton, it's Pickens, but I'm going Sutton.
Yeah, just go Sutton, Anthony.
Yep.
With no Judy. Sutton is viable when Judy's not in the lineup.
And yo, just throwing it out there, we are 1 sub away from 3K. So if anybody wants to be that 3,000th, I can't even speak, 3,000th sub for us, hit that sub button.
Thank you to Matt Taylor for being 2999.
Absolutely. All right, where were we? George Cook debating a last-minute defense swap. Would you play Carolina defense against Denver or the Steelers versus the Colts? I think I just play Steelers v. Colts with TJ Watt back, bro. Like it is a different defense, and Carolina's got
good pieces. Okay. Brian Burns is having a very good year. You know what?
They're both good matchups for him. I would go Steelers.
I think I would go Panthers. They're playing Russ.
The Colts are giving up the second most fantasy points to opposing defenses right now, true. And they got TJ Watt back. So
they got Watt back. I'm pretty sure they have Minka back.
Yeah, they haven't been what they have been in the past. This isn't your Steelers defense of old, but they finally got the pieces back that they were missing. And they're playing a very bad offense that is giving up the second most fantasy points to opposing defenses. So I'm going Steelers, even though Carolina has been opportunistic.
Fair enough. Oh dang, we just blew past 3,000 subs.
Yo, thank you very much, y'all.
We're up to 3,005. Thanks, guys. Thank you, everybody. I don't know if you can tell on your end who officially was.
No,
That's annoying.
I can't. They don't give us that.
We have a couple people who are like, it's me. I did it.
The Sippas? No. Yes? No. Yeah, these analytics that they're giving us are bad analytics. Come on, YouTube.
They're trash. Come on, YouTube. Yeah, but we appreciate. I mean, just
thank
I guess
you very
a quick,
much, y'all.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. That's a pretty cool milestone to see. Having started this last year.
Really, it was 2 years ago, but really in earnest last
year.
Yeah, we
really ramped things up last year.
About a year and a half ago.
Yeah, life has gotten a little bit in the way for both of us this year. New jobs, both very busy. We haven't been able to pump out the daily content that we would love to be able to give you guys.
And we're not stuck inside 100% of the time like we were
because
during...
there's not a pandemic.
Right.
But we're going nowhere. We appreciate you guys. We hope that you feel the same way about us, whether you subbed or not. We're full steam ahead. We're looking forward to continuing to do this. Because this is, I think it's fair to say, one of the highlights of our week to week and what we do in our day to day. So appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's always fun chilling with y'all. I mean, I'm having more fun with these live streams than I ever thought I would. I mean, we're doing them 3 times a week, and I mean, it's a lot of fun chilling with y'all. And it's fun to hear you come back every week and say, hey, you helped us do this and all that, so
that's what it's all about.
A lot of fun. Hopefully we helped you guys make some good decisions over the last few weeks, and we can help you get to the championships.
Yep.
But thank you, everybody in here who is one of the 3K. 305. 3005.
Appreciate that. Yeah. Let's keep it going.
Absolutely. Hey, Jacob Ander, desperation play. Pick one in PPR. Mooney, Zay Jones, Deontay, or Drake London.
Not Mooney.
I think now you gotta. I don't want to play Deontay.
I think Zay. This is where we're at with Deontay. I can't play Deontay right now because it's not his fault. Pickett doesn't throw to him.
And if it was if it was a matchup without weather, I think Drake London with no Kyle Pitts is enticing.
I don't know what.
But you gotta factor that in. You got to factor that weather in with a quarterback who doesn't throw, who throws for 150 a game.
Zay was on bye last week, but another 10 targets, 8 catches, 68 yards.
He's giving you wide receiver 4 weeks outside of 1 week in week 3.
Yeah, but I'm playing him.
I think you got to, but
cannot
be
Zay.
Expecting a lot.
There's nothing scary. Well, there's nothing scary about the matchup. Again, the Ravens are a favorable matchup for opposing wide receivers. And I do think Jacksonville's going to have to throw a lot.
Yeah, but look at I can't say you're looking for a ceiling week from Zay. I mean, you're looking for 6 points.
I'm not
you're looking for 6 points. It is what it is. But desperation play, he is the best option here.
But I don't want to play Mooney with Trevor Siemian. I don't want to play Deontay, who has done nothing this year with Kenny Pickett. And Drake London is incredibly volatile week to week.
And I'd be in on Drake London if it weren't for the weather.
For the rain?
Yeah.
I guess, but still. London caught 1 pass last week for 2 yards.
No, Deontay's been worse than Zay Jones on the season. That's crazy. That's crazy after being the wide receiver 8 last year. Wow.
It'll be a nice value next year in the 7th round of redraft.
Yeah, buy low in Dynasty, y'all.
Buy low on Deontay Johnson.
Yeah.
And draft him in the 7th round next year. Might be 8th round.
17th. Joe Fahey, Samaje Perine, Dr. Foreman, or Elijah Mitchell. Who y'all feeling today? Samaje.
Yeah, I would go with the volume here. I mean, Foreman should get the volume as well.
But we had already been over. It's a bad matchup for him. If he's not playing a glowing matchup, he's kind of a sit if you have an equitable volume play.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bad matchup for both of them by the numbers. So give me the dude in the better offense.
Yep. And Greg Z,
Plus
good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday. KC or Miami?
Miami against
yeah.
I mean, the Chiefs are definitely enticing playing a third-string quarterback, but Miami's playing Kyle Allen. And
I mean, Kyle Allen and Bryce Perkins are on the same level, and the Rams.
And I guess with no Cooper Kupp, the Rams' offense is essentially as good as
with no Cooper Kupp, with Bryce Perkins, with no Allen Robinson too.
No Allen
factors
Robinson.
in too. Like the Chiefs could have themselves a day.
Yeah, they could. Miami could too.
I think I stick with the Chiefs.
I guess by nature, like Houston's offense is healthier than the Rams.
They still have Brandon Cooks, who's better than any, and Dameon Pierce, who's better than any offensive weapons on the Rams.
Yeah, I guess so.
I think I'm playing the Chiefs v Rams.
There you go. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. Although Miami is perfectly good.
Oh, very solid start. But KC's, I think they might be a top 3 start this week.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Matt Taylor, you are very welcome. Cruz Garcia, ETN, Pollard, wide receivers, Hill, CD, tight end, Schultz. I mean, looks solid, man.
Yeah, is this just this was he had Higgins or White. He had Higgins or White as his question.
But you can't swap out Pollard.
Yeah, Pollard's played. CD
and I think
played,
I continue
Schultz
to put ETN in there.
I think I have to play ETN over Rashad.
Yeah, Rashad.
So Higgins in the flex.
Yeah, Higgins in the flex.
Higgins in the flex, Cruz. Yep.
Tough decision to have to make, but should be good this week.
Higgins is a wide receiver 1. Rashad coming into today is we have to rank him as maybe a top 15 running back, but Higgins is a top 7 or 8 receiver.
But I mean, this week, CD gave you good totals. Schultz gave you 2 touchdowns. Pollard didn't give you the week you wanted, but you still got Hill and ETN and Higgins. You're in a good spot. You're in a good spot.
You're fine.
And Mario Tucci. I think we had this question: Trevor Lawrence or Derek Carr, right? And we went Carr.
We're getting we're getting Carr or Lawrence or Mariota or Ryan or Carr. We're getting a lot of these questions. I think a lot of people are hamstrung right now by Justin Fields being out today. I think Carr. I guess.
I think Carr.
We have to remember. Carr finished with 300 passing yards and 2 scores last week, but a good chunk of that doesn't happen without overtime, including that 35-some-odd yard touchdown to Devontae Adams. It took overtime for him to get those last few points.
Yeah.
Just FYI.
Yeah, but that was against a tougher defense.
It was against a good defense in the Broncos.
Yeah. But out of these options, I think I would go Carr.
Carr is probably safe, decent floor, no ceiling to be expected. His weapons are kind of blah, but not that. At least he has Devontae Adams, right? Lawrence has ETN, which is good, but when you're talking about quarterback streams, it's like,
yeah, he's got Kirk, and that's good, but the Kirk is no Devontae Adams, but.
Right.
I think I would
Christian
just go
Kirk,
Carr.
Zay Jones,
and
Travis
you got
Etienne.
Again, we made the point that Jacobs is banged up a little bit, so maybe they rely on the QB a little more. So yeah, I'm going Carr.
Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. I was looking at doing that myself.
And CXK, good to see you. R. Gordon H. Yo, I think I'll go ETN, but who are your other running backs? Unless you have like a D. Henry, a Chubb, a Saquon, a CMC and stuff. Like, I want to have Rachaad White in my lineup, man. Post your whole lineup, but I think I'll go ETN.
Yeah, I think I have to go ETN. But damn, do I want to play Rachaad White?
And Swavey JP, I think I would do that. Dameon Pierce is trending down a little bit with this offense that he's in right now.
I absolutely would do that trade.
Yeah, I mean, Godwin's miles. Lockett's had a great year. Godwin's is miles ahead of the talent that in the talent disparity between the two. And Jeff Wilson's has matched Pierce over the past few weeks and been better. So yeah, I would do that trade.
Yeah, I would do that trade. I agree. I would do that deal.
And
get good players on better teams. Like Wilson's on a better team than Pierce. Godwin's on a better team than Lockett. Like at this point in the season, I like banking on dudes on teams that are playing for something.
Yep, that matters.
I mean, Pierce being a rookie on a bad team kind of negates that. But still, Houston's not good.
And you also see rookies hit the rookie wall because they're playing way more games than they are used to. So, I mean, that could be factoring into a little bit of Dameon Pierce's lack of efficiency over the last few weeks.
Could be a rookie wall. The quarterback continues to hold the offense back. We don't expect Kyle Allen to exactly give this team a spark. Yeah, I'm good with it. And
Travis
Mostert is out. I like that. I like that.
And Travis J, Najee, Pierce, Godwin, or Hollywood Brown in the flex. What format?
Standard Najee, half or full PPR, Godwin.
Yeah.
If it's half or full PPR, Travi, I think I go Godwin. If it's standard, then I'm fine with Najee. Although I don't think it's a great matchup by the numbers for Najee. But no Jaylen Warren, volume-based RB2. I'm fine banking on the floor that Najee had. Najee, I think it's fair to say, he wins the award for most boring player of 2022. But he can still get to 10 points.
And he has 2 touchdown upside like we saw last week when there's no Jaylen Warren.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Agreed. Cy N, do I trade Debo and Freiermuth for Waddle? You have Moreau as your backup tight end.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Waddle's a top 7 wide receiver. This year, Debo is more like a top 15 receiver.
He's less than that, actually. On the year, he's less than that.
Did he have a really good game last week? I feel like he did.
I believe he did, but still, that's not enough.
Yeah, Monday night against Arizona. Yeah, he broke off a long run, right? He broke off a long run for a score because that's what he does.
But outside of that, that was one of his 2 wide receiver 1 weeks of the year. The other one came in week 4. So
Meanwhile, Waddle's been pumping out wide receiver 1 weeks.
Yeah. I would do that trade, and then I would try to pick up another tight end for when Waddle comes back and muddies the waters for Moreau, possibly in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Mitch
comes back.
Yeah, if he comes back, he could not. Mitch Waller, start Perrine, Antonio Gibson, or Garrett Wilson in my second flex. Now, Antonio Gibson has given you back-to-back RB15 weeks.
Perrine's a floor play. Gibson's a ceiling play.
Yeah, just based on the volume that Perrine's going to get. But with weather being a factor in Washington, with J.D. McKissick being out,
more inclined to say Gibby.
Yeah, Gibson might be who I want to play. Yeah, Gibson ceiling, Perrine floor.
There you go.
And J. Phil, definitely Godwin. Definitely Godwin.
Yeah, Sanders has been quiet the past couple of weeks. Godwin has wide receiver 1 potential anytime he's out there.
Yep. Yeah, Sanders has 4 RB1 weeks on the year. And it hasn't come of late. He's kind of been in a mini slump. So, yeah, Godwin. The objective, what's going on, man? Have PPR, Burks, Dotson, or snap count Hollywood. I would just go Burks.
I would go Burks. Again, you kind of, snap count, it does concern me. First game back, I always err on the side of caution. Unless it's a stud or if my alternatives are truly awful options. I think Burks is a good enough pivot for this week. and then you can fire up Hollywood next week.
And then the modern dog wants to choose between the Commanders or the Panthers. Now, considering what you said about the Panthers earlier, are you going with Panthers over the Commanders? What do you think?
I might. Both have good pieces on defense. I think Carolina's got a couple better players in the secondary. It's probably fair to say Washington has the slightly better defensive line, but Carolina's got Brian Burns. Mariota has not turned the ball over a ton this year. I mean, I think I might go Carolina. Like, Denver's offense, with the way they're playing, with the way Russ has looked this year, Denver's offense is worth targeting.
Yeah,
with your
I'm down with
defenses.
that. I'm down with the Panthers. Mm-hmm. Jay Cross Country, Murray, Pierce, or Christian Watson PPR? Murray. He gets some PPR viability, and he's got the full reign of the backfield to himself. Yep.
Melvin Gordon's gone. Murray catches passes. Nothing scary about the matchup. Murray.
Gibran Torres, Joshua Palmer, Devonta Smith, or Lazard for the flex. You're also starting Keenan Allen, but you're hesitant. I wouldn't be hesitant about Keenan. You should be good with that.
Fire him up.
I would not play two players from the same offense unless I had Herbert. So I think I go Devonta Smith over Lazard. I've been a fan of Lazard. But Devonta Smith is pretty great in his own right.
He's been pretty good, yeah, and he was good last week. And AJ Brown is coming off.
I think I go Devonta.
Yeah, Devontae Smith is. See, he's all or nothing. He'll give you a spike week, or he might give you 5.
Yeah, he's had a wide receiver 1 overall week, but he's also had a wide receiver 120 week.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wide range of outcomes there. I would say Palmer has the slightly safer floor. Smith has a higher ceiling.
Yeah, I think I'm playing Devonta.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Gets the Packers, prime time.
Yeah. And Ranchy on Xbox, Pittman or Rachaad White at the flex, full PPR. I think I'm playing Rachaad White.
Yeah, man. I mean, Pittman is a floor play. Rachaad White is the ceiling play.
And I think Rachaad White's a fair floor play too. I think I just go Rachaad White.
Right, the floor should be there because of the volume that we expect him to get today. It's always enticing to play a wide receiver in full PPR, but just because it's full PPR doesn't mean the receiver is the play.
And with White, the weather for Tom Brady, a couple of dump-offs to Rachaad White seem like they should be in the game plan. And Rachaad White is a pass-catching running back, first and foremost. So, yeah,
does it very
Rachaad White in full PPR.
Yeah, I'll take Rachaad.
Brian Pereira, Njoku or Ingram for the tight end in PPR? Njoku. Evan Ingram. I feel like
Ingram has had a couple of good weeks this year.
Same with Njoku. But Njoku's playing in the weather, right? So maybe it is Ingram.
Njoku's playing in the weather. It's a good matchup for both teams but for both players by the numbers.
Yeah, I guess I go Evan Ingram. Even though I don't feel confident about it, I'm going Evan Ingram. He can give you a tight end 9 week.
I think I would go Njoku. Prior to the injury, half PPR points, 10, 7, 12, 7, 19.
Yeah, but that was also before the Donovan Peoples-Jones started going off.
Yeah, well, I think Donovan Peoples-Jones started going off because Njoku started missing a couple of games.
Right, but, I mean, you slide him back into his same role. I mean, some of those targets are probably still going to be going to Donovan Peoples-Jones' way. I guess it's a ceiling floor play here, but I guess the ceiling play is Njoku, and since it's tight end, you just go with the ceiling play regardless because if they give you a floor play, it's 1 point. So just go with Njoku.
the weather could factor into more dump-offs, short passes.
Yeah, true. Njoku. Agreed.
I'll say Njoku.
And Iwakwas, thanks for joining us. Damian Pierce or Watson, full PPR.
Oh, wow. I mean, yeah, this is just, it depends. I think this is the true what do you need question. Pierce is a floor, but the floor is not good.
I'm going Watson.
Watson is an all or nothing play.
You look at what Damian Pierce has done really since his bye. 11 points, 13 points, 10 points, 1 point. That looks like Najee's output. Whereas before the bye, it was 14 points, 19 points, 17 points in consecutive weeks. I think I'd just go Watson in full PPR because Damian Pierce looks like it's a combination of things with him. Bad offense, hit the rookie wall, a couple of different things there. So, yeah.
True.
Watson. And yeah, thank you again, y'all. Travi J says it was him. Swavy JP says it was him. So, word, y'all gonna have to duke it out.
We appreciate all y'all. Yeah, unfortunately, the YouTube analytics are not smart enough to be able to actually identify it. But
yeah,
if we can figure it out, I don't know. Stay tuned.
And Shamir, Mike Evans, Christian Watson, or Christian Kirk, PPR sit 1. It would be Watson.
Watson, yeah, I gotta play Evans and I gotta play Kirk in full PPR. I know Watson's on a heater recently, but like Evans is a stud who doesn't come out of your lineup, and Kirk has been very good this year.
Yep. And Jelly of the Month, starting Jeff Wilson if Mostert is out, absolutely.
Yeah, and he is out.
And then pick 1. You gotta play Chubb, dude.
You can't. Damn.
You gotta play Chubb. If you gotta pick
you have
1,
to play Chubb.
You gotta pick Chubb.
At home with bad weather.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to play Chubb.
And Anthony Ramos, full PPR at the flex. Perrine, Sutton, or Pacheco. Tough here in full PPR. I think edge goes to Sutton, but Perrine's been the pass catching back in his own right.
Right.
They're both kind of floor plays. You don't really have a ceiling play. All these guys are kind of floor plays this week.
These guys are floor plays. I don't think there's a ceiling play here.
Perrine, I would go with, because I think he just gets the volume and he gets, 5-6 catches thrown his way.
I think I would. Oh, man. I might go Sutton.
Sutton is good when Judy's out, but I mean,
when Judy's out.
Last week, 5 of 7 for 80 yards, decent, but only got you 8 points.
I mean, it's pretty good. Well,
he has 1 touchdown on the season, and that's what scares me. Because this offense isn't generating touchdowns. This offense isn't getting in the red zone. Cortland Sutton has 1 touchdown in week 4. Now the Carolina
Pirine, I guess, is the ceiling play.
I think it's Pirine. I would go Pirine.
So, yeah. His floor might be 4 or 5 points, but his ceiling is higher than Sutton's.
Sutton's high watermark on the year is 12 fantasy points.
Are you serious?
Well, I guess that's in standard. In PPR, yeah, it is 19, but he's had above 12 fantasy points only 3 times all year.
Gross.
So yeah, Perrine. And yo, Tommy with the third team. I like it. Good squad.
Well,
a little bit.
A
little bit, a little more hit or miss, but good squad. You got some studs in there, bro.
Skill guys are good.
Etienne, Eckler, Diggs.
Yeah, you're Devontae.
Yeah.
First has been very opportunistic this year. Yeah.
Yeah, sucks in a 2 QB league that you have those quarterbacks, because that can sink your ship regardless of whatever happens with your skill position players. But you got good skill position players.
Yeah. Agreed.
Andrew Mitchell.
Damn, this is tough.
Without the injury, it would be Josh Jacobs.
Jacobs for sure.
And I think I still go Jacobs.
A good matchup. It's a good matchup by the numbers. Again, the Chargers give up lots of production to opposing running backs.
I think I still go Jacobs.
I guess you have to.
I know there's a lot of vacated targets and a lot of people that aren't playing right now for Carolina, or not Carolina, for the Cardinals. But, I mean, Josh Jacobs has been a mid-tier RB1 all year. And I got to go back to that, considering he looks to be healthy. Tone, Kamara, Rashad White, or Najee, pick 2. Rashad White and Kamara.
White is in on of these guys?
Rashad White and Kamara.
Oh, man.
I know Najee came back last week and had an RB for a week, but he has not, like, that's 1 week out of the whole year.
We need Kamara to catch, like, honestly, like a minimum of 5 catches today. I hate the matchup against San Francisco. But, yeah. Yeah. I mean, yes, Najee got 20 rushing attempts in both of the last 2 weeks. So that's what you like to see. He wasn't getting volume today or tomorrow, excuse me.
Yeah, he wasn't getting that prior to the bye. So the Jalen Warren absence does boost his value a little bit. And 6 targets last week, enticing. But it's not something that he gets every week. And he has 1 spike week, and it just so happened to be last week. So and Kamara has multiple spike weeks. He just happens to be coming off a 2-game stretch that isn't very good. But I got to go back to the guy that's been doing it more consistently all year. And Rashad White is just, I think he's a borderline RB1. And Najee is an RB2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep, fair enough.
The Modern Dog, we spoke a little bit about Sky Moore yesterday. So we don't really know who's on waivers for you. But I think would you go Sky Moore over Garrett Wilson, considering the QB, considering the absences in the offense?
Excuse me. Thank you. Maybe.
Yeah, I think I'd go Sky Moore this week.
You could do Demarcus Robinson as well. Well, with Duvernay in, he's a little less interesting. But like Duvernay hasn't done anything the past couple weeks himself.
With Andrews back in, like I'm not really expecting any of these wide receivers to really go off. I think I would go Sky Moore out of these guys, man. And I'm not expecting much, but 6 for 60. What did he get last week?
Who?
5 for 60. Sky,
yeah.
5 for 63 on 6 targets, 11 PPR points. I think I'm going back to that Garrett Wilson with Mike White and Corey Davis back into the fold. I got to see how that shakes out before I'm willing to go back to that well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Adam Levitt, I think he will score 3,000 points.
3,005?
Yes.
I mean, how many PPR points? He's Nick Chubb at home in bad weather. He's got 20-point potential here.
Yep.
I mean, Kareem Hunt hasn't exactly been doing a whole lot this year. Tampa's not the defense that they were last year.
Man. He's a good bet for 20 every week.
Yeah, I mean, so 20 to 25, truly. His floor is probably 13, 14 points.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And in a weather game, he can score a lot today. Jim Land, full PPR, Evans or Lockett. Does weather hurt Evans? Yes.
Yeah, it hurts, but I'm not playing I'm not playing Lockett over him. I like Lockett. Lockett's been awesome. Lockett's been a wide receiver 1 this year. But it's Mike Evans.
Yeah, and Lockett. Yeah, Lockett. What Lockett has been is really consistent. He doesn't have a lot of wide receiver 1 weeks. He only has 2 on the year. But he's consistently giving you wide receiver 2 viability.
Right.
So, but I think I go Mike Evans considering that. Yep.
Evans is a little more all or nothing. He has had like 4 floor games this year, but
so is Lockett.
But he can also give you 2 touchdowns.
Lockett has 3 games under 4 points.
There you go.
Yeah.
I think I would rock with Evans and hope for the best despite the bad weather.
Yep.
Some guys you have to like say you're not worried about the weather.
And Rooksy, I would absolutely go Brandon Ayuk and Juju out of those options this week. All the other ones are either bad QB, had their role taken away a little bit, weather, or just over the hill in Julio's case. Brandon Ayuk's been on a tear, and Juju, he's enticing this week.
Mm-hmm.
So those two. Those last two.
Yeah, Juju and Ayuk. I agree.
And then flex ETN or Rashad White or Gordon. ETN. And with those options, yeah, you're sitting Rashad.
Yeah.
Sucks. But also doesn't because you got 3 RB1 candidates in your starting
2
spots.
wide receiver ones.
Right.
To help
so
out.
you got a great squad, but you got.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Fernando Luis, good morning. Start 2, no PPR. Got Higgins, Waddle, and ETN. 1 wide receiver and 1 flex. Ooh.
Jesus,
and no PPR. Then ETN in the flex. But between Waddle and Higgins, oh man, that's the toughest decision all day.
I might just play the receivers.
Would you?
I might just play the receivers.
In non PPR?
I mean, I guess the sit is Waddle, and if you want to play the running back, I can't sit. Jesus.
Yeah, the sit is Waddle, I guess. If you gotta sit one.
I mean, you're talking about 2 top 8 options at wide receiver and a top 10 running back. I mean,
in standard, I'm playing the running back.
Somebody pops off on your bench.
I'm playing I'm playing the running back. But in terms of the wide receiver, I mean, dude, it is
play Higgins in that matchup.
I really can't even say it is really preferential between these two because they're both mid-tier wide receiver ones this week. So I can't. It's splitting hairs. It's whoever
Higgins has the much better matchup. Waddle has the tougher matchup by the numbers. Not that Houston is overly scary, but they are actually by the numbers a bottom 5 defense for opposing wide receivers. So I guess Higgins and ETN. I guess.
Yeah, you really can't go wrong. But yeah,
Higgins and ETN. Do that.
And Logan Hampton, Brandon Cooks or Elijah Mitchell.
Mitchell, I think. I mean, Cooks got 3 for 70 last week, I think.
Yeah, so, but that's also like.
Now
can we count on that? Can we count on a long bomb down the sideline to Cooks again from Kyle Allen? I don't think so.
Maybe. I mean, maybe. But can we count? Maybe we can count on one. Maybe. I think Mitchell has I think he has the slightly safer floor.
I don't even know if I go there. He just has 1 week out of the 3 that he. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Where he had 18, but last week 9 rushes, no receptions, or no targets.
Yeah. 9 for 59 is good.
Oh, he'll continue to be super efficient on the ground.
Right.
But I mean, 9 for 59 is 5.9 points with no targets, and that's like I think in that situation I'd rather have Brandon Cooks.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe with the quarterback change, he focuses in on his wide receiver 1, which is something we were expecting Mills to do all season, but hadn't. So I'm going Brandon Cooks.
All right, fine.
Going Brandon Cooks.
Fine.
And anybody South City, Christian Watson.
What's up, baby?
Anywhere from 6 to 8 targets. I don't know if he's going to be catching multiple touchdowns again, but he's a threat for 1.
Yeah, he's a threat for 1 for sure. Tougher matchup, going against Darius Slay and Bradbury for the Eagles. But no dubs. Is Sammy Watkins playing?
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it probably doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's a tougher matchup on the road.
Yeah.
For whatever it's worth. Watson's really good games have both come at home in Green Bay. Let's see how he does on the road. Right?
Yep.
A bit of a different story tonight.
He's a wide receiver, a high-end wide receiver 3 with some honestly wide receiver 1 upside. Like it's not we've seen it. It's not even wide receiver 2 upside. He does have wide receiver 1 upside, but he's a high-end wide receiver 3.
Yeah, I don't know that he necessarily gets the ceiling today.
No. Not against a very good Eagles defense.
The Eagles defense is good, and now he's on the road. Let's see how he does on the road.
Yep. Sheldon Bright. I would go Dulcich.
Yeah, I guess I would go Dulcich. K. Dotton's been kind of quiet. And so is Conklin might get a little bit more work with the backup quarterback, I guess, maybe, but also Conklin could get you like one catch.
Yeah.
I think Dulcich is a little more viable.
Yep. Even with how bad Russell Wilson has been, I would still rather the tight end getting thrown passes by Russell Wilson than Mike White. So, yeah, Greg.
Yeah, no Judy, no, Melvin Gordon's gone. He has always been a threat for a few catches a game. So like, more targets. Available.
No, just go, Greg.
Yeah, I guess Dulcich. You could say the same thing about Fournette with the Bucs. As
Chip Douglas in full PPR in the flex. I would go Boyd because Pacheco has a very little PPR viability.
Yeah, I mean Pacheco has 3 catches on the year.
Yeah. So Boyd
with no chase.
And we're also going away from Pacheco. It's not that we don't like Pacheco. And this is actually a week where if the Chiefs were a team that played like other teams in the NFL and didn't put the pedal to the metal with passing the ball even when they're up by 30, I mean, Pacheco should get more work this week playing the Rams. Salting away the game.
By throwing it.
But that's not the way that they operate. So Pacheco, You're hoping he gets 100 yards, maybe a touchdown. But
and
Rashad White
matchup by the numbers, so
Rashad White has way more upside than he does. Yep. So I'm going Rashad.
Yep, agreed.
Rompy Pumpy. Start 2 half PPR. Evans, Juju, Sutton, Olave, or Pittman. Evans
has to be in.
Sutton.
Over Pittman?
They're playing the Steelers, the Colts.
Yeah. Good matchup by the numbers anyway.
Let me see what has Pittman been doing lately. I think he's
giving you floor.
Yeah,
plays.
I mean, yeah, I'm going Sutton.
6 for 75, 7 for 53.
Yeah, I'm going Sutton.
He only has one touchdown on the year, and it came back in week 1.
Yeah, Sutton.
Man, I guess so.
They're basically the same player right now.
Yeah, I guess I feel a little bit better potentially about Pittman because he's at home.
They're basically the same player.
Yeah, I guess so. I think Pittman has the slightly better matchup.
Yeah.
I might actually say Pittman.
I mean, considering they're both floor plays that don't score touchdowns, would you consider going Olave over both of them? Because he technically does have more upside than both of them. I think, honestly.
Well,
I mean, Olave and Juju have more upside than Sutton and Pittman, even though, I mean, my gut tells me to go with the 2 main brands.
We just got done talking about how the Chiefs score through the air. They don't score on the ground.
Yeah, I mean, and we were split between Juju and Olave earlier in the stream. So play Mike Evans. I think Nick might. I don't want to speak for you. I think you would say maybe play Juju for upside play, and I would go Sutton. I would go Olave.
Maybe Juju.
Pittman and Sutton are floor plays, man.
Sutton and Pittman are boring floor plays. If you think you can get 8 to 10 points and be fine, then okay. But if you think you need more than that, at the expense of potentially getting a 4 or 5 point outing, I might go Juju. Or Olave might be more viable as well.
Yep.
Juju was on a heater before the concussion. Now Kansas City's down multiple weapons. Olave has been awesome this year, but he has been a little up and down as a rookie.
But he's the wide receiver 12 on the year, coming off a wide receiver 5 performance. So I think I go Mike Evans and Olave, man.
Okay. I think I go Evans and I think I would go Juju, but
so we're split. But hopefully us talking through it helps you.
Either one should be decent.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I would go Juju. John would go Olave.
And Chip Douglas, Godwin over Juju for sure. Just a tier break.
Godwin over Juju, Chip. Yep. Yes.
Oaquis, thank you very much.
Appreciate that.
Brendan, Jeff Wilson is a ceiling play this week. I'm playing Jeff Wilson wherever I have him, basically.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. And against Houston, Connor's got a good matchup too, but
I think Wilson's the top 5 running back by the end of the week.
There you go.
On for points for this week, not overall. But
sure.
Yeah. And DR Cuevas definitely playing Russell Wilson over Bryce Perkins. It's not that you feel confident in Russell Wilson, but you're definitely playing Russ over Bryce Perkins.
I guess so. Is Mariota out there, DR? Like, is Mariota there?
He's at least giving you quarter QB 20 weeks. I mean, Bryce Perkins, I don't know if he's ever played in this league. At least Russell Wilson is giving you QB 20 weeks.
Yeah.
Texas made Devonta Smith or Latavius Murray in the flex. What's the format? That matters here?
Help.
That matters here.
I think Murray in standard. Honestly, maybe Murray in half PPR.
Honestly, I think
full
Murray,
PPR, I could see Devonta Smith, but Murray.
I think it's Murray. I think the answer is Murray.
I think the answer might be Murray. He should be a top 15. He should be a top 15 guy given the matchup, and the situation. No Melvin Gordon.
Yep.
No Jerry Jeudy. Yeah, I do think I would go. Devontae can give you a 20 burger, 25, but he could also give you 4.
He can give you 0. He's done that.
Well, I don't think he's going to give you 0. That was a weird
yeah, that was week 1.
Outlier.
But yeah, I'm just going Latavius here because he's safe with the ceiling.
Yeah, I think I would go Murray.
And Edward Reyes has the same question as Iron down below. Everett or Dulcich?
What's up, Iron? Good to see you, man.
What's going on, man?
Everett or Dulcich?
I think I'll go Everett. Better QB, no Mike Williams.
Sure.
God,
and they're playing Arizona.
Yeah, I think Everett.
They're playing Arizona. If you have a tight end against Arizona, start that dude. Yep. I could start at tight end for the Chargers today. I might score a touchdown. Arizona can't cover tight ends.
Hit 3K and scored a touchdown today. It'd be a good day.
That would be a good day. I'd settle for a couple of wins, though.
The Modern Dog, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Modern Dog.
And Yasir Ahmed.
Yep.
Full PPR, start 1 at the flex, Hollywood, Treylon, or Pacheco.
Burks? I'm like, Pacheco is a floor play. Burks has a lower floor, but again, game script should be in his favor with the Titans having to play Cincinnati.
Burks.
Yeah, I want to wait a week on Hollywood. In full PPR, that actually makes Pacheco less appealing. He has 3 catches on the season.
Yep. Jay Cross Country, Murray or Palmer PPR? Ooh.
Murray is your rock solid floor play. Palmer is your boom bust play.
And he's not even boom bust. I think I would go Palmer here. He just coming off an 100-yard, 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, which he's not going to do again. But Palmer, I think Murray is. I guess Palmer's got a safer floor. Or no, I think Murray has the safer floor.
Yeah.
But I think Palmer has an equally safe floor with a potential higher ceiling, I guess. Man, that's tough. I guess Palmer. I would imagine the point total, the over-under in the game between the Cardinals and the Chargers is higher than that of the Broncos and the Panthers.
Yeah, and full PPR, I'm edge wide receiver. Even though Latavius Murray should get some targets.
Yeah, Murray should be fine today, though. Yeah, but Palmer.
And then apostrophe.
Yeah.
Najee or Rashad White? Rashad White.
Yeah, I'll take Rashad.
I'm going Rashad White over Najee.
Better matchup, no Fournette.
Yep.
Should catch some passes. Yeah, I'll take Rashad.
Corey Jones, need 2 in the flex. Samuel, Campbell, Watson, or Boyd?
Boyd. And
are you going Watson or Campbell? I'm going Watson.
Watson for the potential ceiling. Campbell has the much better matchup and has been doing quite well the past few weeks. I might go Campbell at home against the Steelers.
But if Lazard is getting locked down by Slay, Christian Watson could have another real ceiling game. He could.
I just think if Watson starts to show literally anything, the Eagles might just put Slay on him.
Okay. So we're split here.
Yeah.
Start Boyd. Nick wants Campbell. I want Watson, but we're split. I mean, I think they're pretty close. I guess I would say Campbell floors, Watson ceiling.
Yeah,
but,
Campbell floor, Watson ceiling. Both.
But
both
starting Boyd.
Boyd for sure. Curtis. What about Curtis Samuel?
No.
Just to I mean, I just want to see what he's done the past couple of weeks. I know I think he scored a rushing touchdown the other week. Oh, wow, it's a really good matchup by the numbers against Atlanta. Yeah.
He just hasn't had the ceiling that we saw from him earlier in the year.
He's been good. He hasn't been great.
Yeah. So I'm going with the other options there, because the other options have been great in recent matchups. So Boyd and Watson for me, Boyd and Campbell for Nick.
Yeah, Samuel's interesting, though. It is a great matchup by the numbers.
Yeah, but you need to pick two. Demas Medina, start one. Montgomery, Pierce, or Devonta Smith. I think Montgomery's enticing here.
He is. It's a tough matchup by the numbers. The Jets are good against opposing running backs.
But I want Montgomery over Pierce for sure. So it's your choice between Devonta Smith or Montgomery. And
Montgomery and Devontae Smith.
And I want Montgomery here.
Montgomery is the safe floor play. Devontae Smith is an all or nothing play if you think you need to take a moonshot.
And Ghostman Ron, just like Nick said earlier, you're playing Everett wherever you have him this week.
I think I'm playing any tight end that plays Arizona. Hayden Hurst is definitely enticing.
So is Juwan Johnson, honestly, but Everett.
Yeah, I would go Everett. Again, Everett's solid, and it's Arizona. Arizona hasn't been able to cover the tight end for years. And they are, once again, the most favorable matchup for opposing tight ends this year.
Zach D, Perrine, Boyd, Lazard, or Watson, full PPR.
Boyd.
It's either between Boyd or Perrine for me, and I guess in full PPR, edge Boyd with no chase.
Yeah, and a great matchup for Titans. The Titans are a great matchup for wide receivers, a bad matchup for running backs. Boyd.
And Rage Rod, I like that the avatar. That's dope. Should I start Chris Olave or Mike Evans? Mike Evans.
I can't sit Mike Evans.
Yeah.
I can't sit Mike Evans. No matter the circumstances, I can't sit Mike Evans.
And Zach with the tough question here. Jeff Wilson, Kamara, or Amari Cooper at the flex in full PPR?
Wilson. Yeah, it's wild that we're here. I hate Kamara's matchup today. I love Cooper at home, but the weather, I guess, is the determining factor here. With it not being, it's not expected to be very nice in Cleveland today. Rains, 15-mile-per-hour winds. Cooper should be fine. Wilson has a smash spot opportunity here today.
Yeah, I think I'm going Wilson. Tough though, but I think I'm going Wilson.
Tough, but he's got the smash spot today. Wilson does. I would honestly say Kamara is third here.
Cesar, good to see you. So in a PPR league, hey, those running backs look good today. And then another league, pick two, Hollywood, and then my screen is cut off here. Hollywood, Terry, and McLaurin, or Terry and Godwin.
So Terry and Godwin
for sure,
for sure, because Hollywood's expected to be on a pitch count.
And then Jeff Wilson, Cesar, of those running backs.
Oh, you got to pick one. Yeah, Wilson.
Yeah, just great matchup this week with no
Rashad has a great matchup too, but we've seen the Dolphins run the ball better than
offense,
the Bucks, and they're at home. Yeah, Wilson.
And Iron, man.
Iron, we have you in the zombie league? Well, we just picked up Travis Kelce, so let's go.
Yes, sir.
Did we put him in?
Yeah, I did.
Good, thank you.
Corey Jones, Hope our conversation helped, but yeah.
There you go.
Boyd and Campbell then for you.
Yeah, if that's what you're thinking, go with your gut.
Yep.
Go with your gut.
John Pagarayan making a playoff push. Love to see it. Hope everybody in here is. Need to start two. Damian Pierce, Michael Carter, Terrace Marshall, DeAndre Carter, Elijah Moore, or Sky Moore. Also need one. I would go Dulcich there.
Dulcich at the tight end spot, I think.
And those 2 running backs, I think, man.
I think so, too.
Terrace Marshall is banged up. DeAndre Carter might see a little bit more work this week with no Mike Williams, but outside of not having Mike Williams, they have everybody else back. So DeAndre Carter might not be very involved. Sky Moore with Mike White.
Elijah Moore with... Yeah, Sky Moore has Mahomes.
Yeah, but Elijah Moore with Mike White, and then Sky Moore.
But I think I would go with the running backs.
Yeah.
I like Carter this week. I actually just pulled Pacheco out of a lineup in favor of Michael Carter.
With Mike White last year, he had a 14 target game.
Right. Yeah.
And a 9 target game. So it wasn't an aberration.
Loves to check it down. Mike White loves to check it down. Without Brees, I think Carter is incredibly viable today, and the matchup is good. The Bears are not good against opposing running backs, and the Jets are at home. They should win this game. The Bears are starting Trevor Siemian. Yeah.
And Iron, it's Pittman. Curtis has seen some floor weeks of late. So is Pittman, but I just think there's a little bit of a tier break
Pittman's
there.
Got a little bit. Yeah, Pittman's a little bit more upside.
Yep. Especially the way that he's been playing the last 2 weeks. Pittman has had better floor weeks the last 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Since they went back to Matt Ryan, which is... Who would have thought? Yeah. Ray Drod, Tua or Burrow? That's a tough question. We have Burrow and Tua in a league, and we're playing Burrow, I think.
I think I would play Burrow just because I'm not sure how much Tua is going to have to do today to beat Houston. Burrow's on the road in Tennessee. This is a matchup between 2 good teams.
I mean, Tua's... that Miami team is one of those teams that doesn't stop putting the pedal to the
metal.
Yeah,
they keep it going.
Yeah.
They might just be able to run a ton today.
You can't go wrong. Safe play Burrow, ceiling play Tua, but they're both ceiling plays, so I think I'd just go Burrow because that's the way
I would go Burrow. No disrespect to Tua. It's just, he might not be needed to do as much against Houston. And it's a better matchup by the numbers for Burrow to be throwing the ball against Tennessee as opposed to them trying to run it. I think I would play Burrow.
Yep. And Clinton Bessie, I would go Connor in the flex.
Connor over Lockett.
He's got two touchdown upside. Lockett's been a little bit of a floor play lately.
Right, and it's a great matchup for Connor.
Eric Lanier. Hey,
what's up, Nemo?
Thanks for always chilling. And Eric? What's going on, Nemo? Pick 2 in the standard. Hey, Zombie Strong, Nemo.
You already know.
Pick 2 in the standard league of yours. Palmer, Godwin, Ayuk, Gus, or Elijah Mitchell. Godwin and Ayuk, dude.
Godwin and Ayuk.
Ooh, yeah. If you need a home run, high upside, yeah, Godwin and Ayuk.
Godwin and I mean, Palmer is that upside as well, but there's a talent level tier break between him and Godwin, and Ayuk is on fire.
Yes. Yep.
Right now.
And Nemo, do I start Christian Watson or Juwan Johnson? I think you go Christian Watson coming off of 5 touchdowns in the last 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah, this is where I would say, okay, go Watson.
So Fields got shut down. It's what we thought was going to happen, but Fields shut down. Yep.
As expected, Fields is, and we are about to get inactives are going to start rolling in. It is 11:30 on the East Coast, which means inactives are going to start coming in.
Yep.
So, yep.
And keep Eno or add Ebner now that Fields is shut down. I mean,
drop both for something else.
Yeah, like I don't want a backup Houston Texans running back, and I don't want a backup to the backup Bears running back with no Fields.
Like
I don't want either of those guys. They're not very high upside handcuffs to be holding. The only way that they're viable is if you're in a deep dynasty league and you can pick them up. But
is Keontae Ingram out there?
Yeah,
like he's a little more interesting. Mm-hmm. I assume Kyron Williams might be gone.
I would rather hold on to Jalen Warren and as a stash if somebody dropped him over those guys. I would,
Sure.
Yeah. And Ray Drod, you are very welcome.
Yeah,
thanks for joining us,
coming in. Thanks for joining. I'm just checking to see if we get any. If we're starting to get any.
For some reason my screen is.
James Robinson is inactive for the Jets.
Ooh.
Michael Carter, just became even more interesting.
He has that 9-target, 14-target upside now.
Michael Carter just became very interesting. James Robinson is out for the Jets. Also, for whatever it's worth, Zach Wilson is also just not active. He's not even like the backup quarterback today. He's just a scratch.
Yeah. So yeah, in terms of those two running backs, John Pierce and Carter, which one is the must start? Carter is looking like a better start than Pierce. Honestly, with no James Robinson, Carter is a better start than Pierce today. And are we starting up Hollywood today, Matthew? We are hesitant to, because we think he's going to be on a snap count. Plus, anybody coming back from injury, Nick and I just kind of like to see him make it through a full game first, unless he is a clear-cut stud. Like Jamar Chase coming back. Nick made this point earlier. If Jamar Chase is coming back, you're starting him. But Marquise Brown, I kind of got to see it. It was an ankle for a speedster. Make it through a game first, and then I'll throw you in my lineup. Plus, I kind of want to see how he fits in with DeAndre Hopkins now in the fold, because he's not going to get 14 and 11 target games. So I'm not starting up Hollywood unless I do not have a better option. If it's a choice between him and Nico Collins, I'm going Hollywood. But, you know. Eric Lanier, any interest in Marlon Mack at all? Nope.
Nah.
Nope.
Oh, but, sorry. Did you ask Matthew for his other options other than Hollywood?
No, I did not.
Matt,
who are your other options?
Just out of curiosity, Matt, who are your other options over Hollywood? Let us know.
Yep. Jonathan Lopez. I'm starting Tyler Boyd in PPR over Miles Sanders with no Chase.
Yeah. What have the I feel like the Packers have been really underachieving as far as their run defense this
year. Been underachieving all over the place.
They're underachieving in lots of ways. Yeah, it is a great matchup for Sanders, but both have decent floors. Sanders might have a higher ceiling, but I think Boyd is safer with plenty of I don't know if upside is the right word, but just confidence that he'll deliver.
Yep.
I'm fine with Boyd. It's a great matchup for Sanders, just FYI.
And Nemo, I see, this is one situation where I don't have a problem handcuffing your own running back, because Connor is oft injured. Yes. Connor is oft injured, and you have a 1-for-1 replacement in Keontae Ingram.
Yeah, yes, agreed.
So I want both. If he's there, pick him up, because you want him over both of those other guys.
Right. Best ball, I'm with you. I never handcuff in best ball. I will never. If I draft the starter, I'm not drafting the backup. If I miss on the starter, the backup's in play. But now, especially now, this time of year, when you're done at this point with, if you have your eye on the playoffs, you're done taking flyers on dudes. You want to protect the investment that you have already made. That means if my whole bench is just the backup to my starting running backs, fine.
Cool.
Whatever. If I feel good enough about the situation where the backup stepping in would be a viable spot start, again, if the starter's out, that's exactly what I want on my bench, especially this time of year in season-long leagues. Especially this time of year.
And Keontae Ingram and James Conner are pretty similar running backs.
Yeah. Right. And yeah, Connor,
kind
like
of a
you said, oft injured. Yep. Absolutely, I would drop Eno for Ingram right now.
Yes.
Right now.
And Crab plays, you can pick two. James Conner, Rachaad White, or Jonathan Taylor. Those last two, bro. Jonathan Taylor and Rachaad White.
Taylor without question. And then, yeah, I do slightly like Rachaad. They both have great matchups. I slightly prefer Rachaad White.
And John, I don't even know the answer to this. I would say DeAndre Carter's not really a play rest of season, because Mike Williams should be coming back at some point. Probably right in time for the playoffs.
You can make more a speculative ad if you want, but I would say Cobb is a better play than Elijah Moore. I don't know how much better, but yeah.
And Jonathan Lopez, you are very welcome. Second question: which waiver quarterback do you replace Fields with this week and maybe next? Brissett, Heineke, or Russ?
Of these options, Heineke.
Yeah, Brissett, for the next 2 weeks, you can't rely on him because
well, this
Watson's
is going to
be coming back.
Starting.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you need him for multiple weeks, it's not Brissett. Yeah, it's Heineke.
Yeah, it's Heineke.
And Jimmy, start McLaurin, Metcalf, or Olave.
Man, you got to pick one.
Metcalf against the Raiders.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to sit McLaurin, but I guess Metcalf has the better quarterback throwing him the ball with fewer weather concerns.
Yeah. Metcalf.
That's annoying that you have to make that call, Jimmy, because I don't want to sit Terry McLaurin. I mean, I don't want to sit Chris Olave either, but yeah, I guess say DK.
Yep.
Gus Edwards is active officially. So is Logan Thomas.
There you go.
Jamar Chase officially inactive. Raheem Mostert officially inactive. And again, James Robinson, a healthy scratch today. Fire up Michael Carter. Seriously. Fire up Michael Carter.
Yeah, we haven't had a lot of questions on him, but if you do have him, he is a very viable play this week.
He is the guy. He's the play over, like, say, Pacheco.
Yeah. Yeah, if you have to make that decision. Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I'd be playing him over Donta Foreman. I'd be playing him over a lot of people. Maybe maybe not Perrine, but right there. That's where I value Michael Carter this week.
Yep.
Allen or Palmer? Yo, I'm definitely going Allen. Palmer's very solid, but Allen just has a higher ceiling. Now that he's healthy, we know he's healthy. No pitch count.
Yeah, I have to fire up Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
I have to fire up Keenan Allen.
And Jesse, I think I go those last two, Godwin and Debo. Now that Debo's healthy. Yep.
Right. Debo's off the injury report. I'm playing Debo and Godwin. Respect to the vets.
And free bird, I'm definitely going Devonta Smith here.
Sure. Samuel's got a great matchup, but Devonta Smith has
week winning upside, and I don't think Samuel does right now.
Yeah, ceiling smashing upside.
Yep.
Samuel's floor is probably safer, but Smith can slate bust.
Yep.
He can.
John, I hope you have a good football Sunday as well.
Yeah, John, let's get these dubs. Let's get these Romeo dubs.
And Jonathan, you are very welcome as well. Thanks for joining us.
Coming in.
Pickens or Pacheco at the flex? I'm going Pickens, man.
Well, if it's standard, I could then Pacheco. But if it's half or full PPR, yeah, I do think Pickens is a safer play. Pacheco, like you said earlier, Pacheco needs to come through with 100 yards.
Or a TD.
And he hasn't been scoring, and he doesn't catch passes.
And Pickens has been scoring touchdowns.
Yeah. What did Pickens do last week?
He's their number one. Pickens is their number one. He is their
number one. He is
For what it's worth, Pickens is their number one. He was the wide receiver 8 on the week last week. In the last 3 games that he played, or in the last 4 games that he played, one he had 3 targets and didn't catch any against Philly because it was against Slay.
That was a rough game against Philly.
Right, yeah. But I mean, in 3 out of the last 4 weeks, he's at least finished as a wide receiver 2 with 2 wide receiver 1 weeks.
Yeah.
Wide receiver 12 in week 7, the dud in week 8 against Philly, bye week 9, week 10 wide receiver 20 against New Orleans, and last week wide receiver 8 against Cincy. I'm going back to Pickens, man. Going back to Pickens.
Yep, agreed.
And Ryan or Carr, we had this conversation earlier. I think we both said Carr.
I think Carr.
Yep.
I think Carr.
Braden, Smith, Pacheco, Pierce, or White at RB2. Definitely Rashad White.
Yeah. Yes, Rashad White
definitely
over both
Rashad
of those
White.
guys, Braden. Yep, agreed.
Jim 896 PPR start 2. Boyd, Demarcus Robinson, Lazard, or DJ Moore. I would go Boyd and Lazard.
Yeah, Boyd and Lazard. They both are they're safer. They're not flashy, but they're safer. They should both be fine for you.
Yep. Freebird, you are very welcome.
Yeah, thanks, Freebird.
Danzel, I'm going CMC. The first 3. I'm going the first 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo, it's Day of the Dead here, Nemo.
Yes, sir. Welcome to the Horde.
It's Zombieland. World War Z.
Lady zombies for everybody.
Boom. Geeskag, do I start Watson instead of Boyd? No.
No. Yeah,
nope.
Play Boyd.
And Michael Carter over Jacobs? No. Tier break.
Man, I can't go that far, but nope. Carter is very enticing. James Robinson has been soaking up 25% of the snaps since the trade. That obviously is completely vacated now. It's a backup quarterback who likes to dump the ball off short throws, easy throws. I do think Carter is insanely viable today.
Yep.
I can't bring myself to put him in over a guy like Josh Jacobs. But over a guy like Isaiah Pacheco, yes. Without question.
Yep. Finn Strom. I would go Debo. I'd go Debo.
And you kind of brought it up with the Cleveland weather. If you're worried about those intangibles, which it's very fair to be, then play the dude who has no condition concerns, no weather concerns. He is coming. Now, the difference is Debo was on the injury report this week. I don't think Evans was. That being said, he has no injury designation coming into the game. Debo at home.
Yep. Debo. And I would go Waddle, Nemo.
Damn, you can only start one. Bro.
Waddle.
I guess Waddle. I don't love it, though. I don't want to.
No, I mean, they're both potential wide receiver. They're all potential wide receiver ones.
All three are wide receiver one potential.
Ones with weather, but between DK and Waddle, I mean, Waddle's been better than DK.
By the way, QB. Nemo, in case you didn't do it yet, Eno Benjamin just got ruled out. So I don't know if that's a healthy scratch or what. But yeah, Ingram without question for sure.
Any good tight end matchups today? I mean, hey, Pat Fryermuth against Indy, if he's, I assume he's picked up. Hunter Henry against Minnesota, solid. Everett obviously against Everett. Arizona.
Gerald Everett against Arizona. Denzel would be my stream today.
Yeah, I'm just trying to give him a couple of options here because I mean, chances are Everett's off waivers.
Everett.
Foster Moreau. Evan Ingram's a decent, not a very high upside option, but decent. Tyler Higbee this week against KC.
Oof. Yeah,
he might be their number one target, and it's a backup to a backup quarterback, so maybe a lot of tight end targets, just easy tight end targets to move down the field. But that's kind of what you're looking at here.
Mm-hmm.
Trey McBride versus LAC. Well, I mean, but yeah, I'm not. You're really hoping for a touchdown from any of those guys.
Yeah.
Touchdown or bust.
Yeah.
Tom Ford, Perrine over Donta Foreman this week.
Yeah.
We had this question before, and it's just better
he's
offense.
Got pass catching upside.
Yep.
More so than Foreman does. Yeah. Samaje. It's not a great matchup by the numbers, but Mixon's out. Should get plenty of work.
Yep. And Armando, if you're down bad after the Mixon injury, I think I'd go, man.
I would roll the dice on Kyron here if you're down bad. If you are self-proclaimed down bad, then roll the dice on the guy who could be the pass-catching option for the Rams out of the backfield.
Yeah, agreed. And Eric, yeah, I do. I think that's a committee rest a year. Like I don't think it ever goes back to just, being one person.
At least for this, and especially so for this week, right? With it being his first game back.
Yep.
By the way, for whatever it's worth, Terrace Marshall is active.
Okay.
Terrace Marshall will play for Carolina today.
And Iron, just to jump down to your question, sorry you missed it. We answered your question when we answered, who was it? Edward Reyes' question, because you guys asked the same question, and we went Dulcich. Or no, we went Everett.
Everett, yes.
Yep. Everett. Just wanted to jump down to that because I saw that there.
Didn't mean to
they're playing Arizona.
They're playing Arizona.
Yeah. Armani, start 2. I'm going everybody but David Montgomery out of those options. I like all those options, but I in PPR, I want Allen and Rachaad White.
Allen and Rachaad White.
Yep. Tom Ford asking the same question again. Itty Bitty South City, Watson over Van Jefferson for sure.
Yeah.
That one's clear cut for me.
Yeah.
Sam Villalobos, David Montgomery, or Latavius Murray. Now this is close.
I think I would go Lat. Just, he's not playing with a backup quarterback. Like Murray's got a great matchup. Montgomery has a tough matchup. The Jets are good against opposing running backs. I think I would go Latavius.
And I think I would go Demont. So we're split there.
Okay.
Denzel, Everett for sure. Everett. Everybody start your Everett.
If it's Everett or I'm rolling the dice on him today. He has been solid, but again, the matchup could not be better. Arizona stinks against tight ends.
Braden, it's definitely Kareem Hunt, even though he has had a down year for him, but it's definitely Kareem Hunt there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. I mean, I know your RB1 is Chubb.
Hilliard? Would you play Hilliard over Kareem Hunt?
No.
I don't know if I can bring myself to do that.
I wouldn't do that. I'm starting Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, I know it
Even
doesn't feel
Chubb.
great. Doesn't feel great, but he should be fine. He should get involved today.
And starting to Olave, Godwin, Kirk, Rachaad White, or Pacheco. Godwin and Rachaad White.
Or if it's full PPR, Godwin and Kirk. If it's half PPR, Godwin and Rachaad White. And if it's standard, Godwin and Rachaad White.
True.
Standard and half PPR, or half PPR, Godwin and Rachaad White. If it's full PPR, Godwin and Kirk.
And Miles Sanders over Donta Foreman, I believe so. I believe I would do that.
Yes.
Edward Zhang.
Wait, we missed Bands.
My bad. Sorry about that. Missed the emergency question. It's Matt Ryan. And then Van Jefferson, AJ Grant, or Claypool this week.
Yeah, I'll play Matt Ryan again. Even though the Steelers have healthy pieces back on defense, TJ Watt, Minka Fitzpatrick, it's still a good matchup by the numbers. I don't know what Bryce Perkins is in a tough road matchup, so I'll take
it's easy.
Ryan.
Matt Ryan.
I'll take Ryan.
And then AJ Green, because he's actually playing with this real quarterback, even though I don't want to start AJ Green either.
I might. I don't want to play either one.
I don't want to play any of those guys, but it's AJ Green if we got to choose.
Van might get the biggest opportunity, but it might be the worst circumstances. Actually, that's not true. Claypool might have the worst circumstances catching passes from Trevor Siemian.
Yeah.
I guess AJ Green, take it. At least he has Kyler. Rondale out, Dortch out, or Dortch expected to miss. Hollywood potentially on a pitch count. I don't feel great about it, but I guess given the pieces that Arizona is missing, and at least they do get Kyler back, I'll say AJ Green.
Yep. And back to Edward's question, start 2 in full PPR. Jeff Wilson, Rachaad White, Godwin, or Kamara. Wilson and Godwin. Tough choice to have to make, but Wilson and Godwin.
You're talking about some really freaking good options there, Edward.
Yeah.
Someone might pop on your bench. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Kamara might be fourth here.
Yeah, Jeff Wilson and Godwin for me.
Yeah, Wilson and Godwin.
And thanks, Iron, Armani, and Sam. Much appreciated. Sorry about missing your question there, Iron. I thought you caught it when I answered the other one.
Yeah,
but, yep. Don Esch, good to see you. AJ Brown or Amari Cooper? Ooh.
He was
Brown.
sick. He apparently had a stomach bug on Thanksgiving. I think he's okay. I don't think he's got an injury. No injury designation coming into the game. AJ.
Yep.
You might see Jair Alexander for what it's worth. I don't know how scary that matchup is.
AJ Brown.
Yeah, I'll take AJ. That's fine.
And Connor, Keenan Allen, Kirk, or Kamara start 2. What's the format? Let us know the format, and we'll answer that.
If it's standard or half PPR, Kamara. If it's full PPR, Kirk, and I think I just put Keenan Allen in.
And Mako J, Aaron Jones or ETN? Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones floor, ETN ceiling.
Sure.
Aaron Jones floor, ETN ceiling. It depends on what you need.
Sure.
Or what you think you might need.
All are good options.
Yeah.
Ban Santana, Moreau. Going Moreau there.
Yeah, I'll take Moreau. I think it's a pretty good match. I'm pretty sure it's like the most favorable match, or one of not Arizona, or Arizona is, but Seattle's up there as well as far as opposing tight end production.
And Luis Garcia, full PPR, 2 running back, ETN, Perrine, Drake, Akers. ETN and Perrine.
First 2.
And 2 wide receivers, Palmer and
Curtis.
Yeah, I guess.
Curtis can give you a floor play, and it's a great matchup by the numbers. Yeah, I'll say Palmer and Curtis Samuel.
Yep.
I like Peoples-Jones. I like him a little less today because of these weather concerns.
And
I hate that I'm like completely ignoring Brandon Cooks, but I think we have to.
Yeah, it is what it is. Tom Ford, or Joey G. I think we're going Gus Edwards.
Yeah, I'll take Gus. I think I'll take Gus here. He's off the injury report. He will play. Akers is supposed to be the guy, but holy crap. I mean,
he didn't have a target last week, so he's basically a poor man's Isaiah Pacheco, and I don't want that.
I don't want that either. And you know, how effective, how efficient will this Rams offense be down to their third string quarterback, missing Cooper Kupp? Like, it could be pulling teeth for the Rams today. At least Gus has Lamar.
Yep.
Gus.
And Tom needs to choose between Mariota, Derek Carr, Trevor Lawrence, or Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, this has been like the decision of the week so far, right? Fields is really, you know, putting people in a difficult spot as far as making a call on streamers. I think Carr is your safest play. I think Trevor Lawrence is maybe the all or nothing play. Like, he might give you 3 scores. He might give you 0 scores. I think Carr should be good for 2 touchdowns.
I'm going Carr.
Carr should be
I think
good
he's
for
the
2
safest
touchdowns.
option, and he has good touchdown upside.
Yeah,
and his running back is banged up, so maybe they rely on his arm a little more.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Carr, I guess. Mariota might be a little safer than Lawrence, but Lawrence has the higher ceiling, but the lower floor.
Yep.
So I guess, yeah, if you can play it safe, I probably would just pick up Carr and hope for the best.
Nemo, roll with Christian Watson, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah, I guess I would roll with Watson.
And I'm rolling with Montgomery over Foreman this week too, Iron. So Montgomery.
You're rolling Montgomery over Foreman?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Same
volume.
Yeah, all right.
It's just Montgomery's a starter, and then Foreman is not outside of the season.
Or he was inserted as the starter after a trade. Montgomery was the starter anyway.
Logan McAlevey, good to see you. Choose 2: Matt
Logan?
Collins, MVS, or Hollywood Brown. The last 2. And I don't feel great about it, but the last 2.
What did Mac do last week? I feel like he's been somewhat viable recently. Yeah, 6 for 52. Bad week 10 against Indy, but that's a tough matchup. Bad week against Jacksonville week 9. I mean, MVS.
This is a day where it could be an MVS day.
Yeah, I guess it could be an MVS day. Sure, fine. And it's not a great matchup by the numbers for Matt Collins.
None of these guys are sure things, so I'm just going with the higher upside plays in MVS and Hollywood.
MVS can catch a bomb.
Yep.
And yeah, I guess if it's between Hollywood and Mac Hollins, I'll take a chance on Hollywood Brown. This is when I'll take a chance on Hollywood Brown, when my alternative is a guy who's kind of been like a wide receiver 4.
Yep. And Super C and B challengers. I would go Montgomery and Carter because those are your two. Oh, you need a running back too, not two running backs.
You need an RB2 and a flex. I think Michael Carter has to be in.
Michael Carter
has to be in. No James Robinson. Great matchup.
I'm playing both of those running backs, I think. Playing both running backs.
Okay. I think I might prefer Pittman a little bit to Montgomery, especially in full PPR.
They're both floor plays.
Yeah, they're both floor plays.
It's just one is going to get 100% of the work on the ground and get some targets, whereas Pittman, we'll see. Against the Steelers, who should have a better defense this week. Yeah. But I'm going both of those running backs, so we're split there.
There you go.
Dale Sullivan, I'm going Moreau.
Yeah, good matchup. Raiders should have to throw on the road. Jacobs banged up a little bit with the ankle.
Yeah.
I'll take Moreau. And yeah, great matchup.
And we got a kicker whisper question. Robbie Gould or Dicker the kicker?
Or Dicker. I feel like Dicker's been on a bit of a run recently, hasn't he? I think.
Yeah, a little bit.
He's kicking in the dome, right? What's the weather like in San Francisco? I guess it's usually fine. Yeah, past 3 weeks, 8, 12, 10 points from Dicker the kicker.
I mean, past 4 weeks for Gould, 14, 7, 9, and 8. So they both have been good. And
actually, New Orleans is giving up lots of points to kickers.
Yeah, they are.
That matchup is pretty good. But Dicker has been delivering less than ideal matchups, too. I just want to look at what the weather is well, I guess I should look it up in Santa Clara today, right? Not San Francisco. Slightly different. I'm gonna look up.
While you're doing that, Iron, I hope that doesn't. I hope you don't. I hope you don't die. Andrew, start 2, full PPR. Olave, Najee, Rashad White, or Keenan Allen. I am going Rashad White and Najee floor, Keenan Allen ceiling in full PPR.
I think I would just go Keenan Allen and Rashad White.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Roll with the ceiling plays. Rashad White and Keenan. You got an answer on them kickers?
This is moving very slow right now. I don't know what's going on with my connection. Is no. 20-mile-per-hour winds. No, wait, that's Monday. Sorry. No wind concerns today. Less than 10 miles an hour. That's nothing. I think the point totals, the over-under, is higher for Cardinals Chargers than it is 49ers Saints. I might rock with Dicker.
There you go.
Mike Williams. Maybe they stall out once or twice.
There you go. Leo, with the tough question here, you got to sit Wilson, Chubb, or Walker, and you're leaning Chubb.
Jesus.
Oh, wow. I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't want to sit. I guess you have to choose one. So I guess sit Chubb.
Yeah, if somebody has to be out. So if you're yourself already thinking like, well, I don't want to play the dude in the worst matchup of the 3,
then go for it.
Then
follow
sure.
your gut. Yep.
Sure, go with your gut. Walker and Wilson are in spectacular matchups. Sure. I guess. I hate it, but sure. It sucks that you have to make that call.
And Terrell in the flex full PPR, I think I'm going Sutton. And I'm not expecting really more than like 12 points. 12 points. And Daniel Maroc asked this yesterday, but Rashad White or Montgomery? Rashad White. Rashad White. And then Dulcich or Moreau.
I think I'll go Moreau here over Dulcich.
For this week, yep.
I think I'll go Moreau over Dulcich.
Dulcich is more of a ceiling long play, but for this week, Moreau.
Moreau it's such a good matchup.
Yeah.
Seattle gives up lots of production to opposing tight ends.
And, hey, we appreciate you, Andrew, James United, thanks, Christian Watson, or Miles Sanders PPR. I think there's a tier break there. I go Sanders.
Sanders at home.
Yep.
Good matchup.
Sears in full PPR. Dude, I think I go Ayuk.
Nuts.
He has been on a tear, and I want Ayuk.
Ayuk's been on a tear. Piron's got a great opportunity today, but it's not a good matchup by the numbers. Tennessee does very well against opposing running backs. If I have a guy like Ayuk, and like you said, in full PPR, I think I'm perfectly fine playing Ayuk.
Yep. And Dale Sullivan
should be solid, but he's not going to get 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
like he did last week.
And Dale, I'm definitely going Chubb.
This is Chubb.
A little tier break.
Even if Gus Edwards was inactive, Chubb over Drake, for sure.
But we are at the bottom of the chat here. If there are any more questions, throw them in. But thank you, everybody, for chilling. Thanks for getting us over. We got another kicker question there. Thanks for getting us over 3K subs.
Yeah,
it's been a long time coming. We're really excited about that.
That was pretty cool to see.
Yep.
Sanders.
I'm going Perine over Miles Sanders.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's fine. The kicker question is a little difficult. Sanders has been very up and down at home this year. 3 points, 5 points, 12 points, 7 points. It's a great matchup by the numbers against Houston. Man. If you prefer the matchup, then Sanders. If you prefer, but it's not, Arizona's not too far behind. If you prefer the matchup, Leo, then Sanders. If you prefer looking at the kicker who is in the game with the higher expected point totals, then it's Dicker.
There you go. And last question here. It looks like half PPR Gibson or Kamara. I know Kamara's a bad matchup, but in this,
I can't. I'm
playing starting your studs, playing Kamara over Gibson.
Yeah, I'll play Kamara over Gibson.
Yeah. But thank you again, everybody, for contributing to getting us over 3K. We're now at 3,006, so that's exciting.
Appreciate it, guys.
Real cool way to start off this Week 12 Sunday slate. Thanks for chilling with y'all. Thanks for everybody who thanks to Rico, who super chatted again, I believe. Or was that last night?
That was yesterday,
Yeah, I'm getting it confused. Regardless, thanks to everybody. If you guys are interested at all in joining as a member, not just subbing, but as a member, we have a 99-cent tier available for 99 cents. There's your Cyber Monday deal, but it's available all year long.
There you go.
Get you 8 extra streams a month with us, and it might be crucial leading up to the fantasy playoffs for you to just get a few more questions answered on a week-to-week basis. So that's that available to you guys for 99 cents. And then third link in our description is our Discord. Free link to join our Discord. Evergreen invite. We've got a great community over there. So if you want to join that, join our Discord, absolutely free. You can, if we're not on stream or whatever, you can throw a question in there, whether that's trade or whatever, and you can get that crowdsourced by our community, or Nick oftentimes will tune in and help you out there too. So a couple of things there. Hope you guys have a great week 12. Hope you guys win every matchup. I think I'm going Josh Palmer over Juju.
Palmer ceiling.
Oh, you're starting Keenan Allen.
Palmer ceiling, Juju. Juju's got a solid floor. I really think that. Juju is safe. Palmer has more upside. If you're looking at your situation and you're like, I'm a big underdog, then maybe Juju. If you can play it safe, then maybe Palmer.
Yeah.
Juju's a little more all or nothing. I think I would play Juju. Personally, I like Palmer. I do.
With Keenan, with the fact that you have Keenan, I oftentimes don't like to start 2 players from the same offense at the same position group. So yeah, I'm going Keenan Allen and Juju then. Yep. But thanks everybody. I hope everybody has a great Sunday, great Monday, and we'll see you on Tuesday at 6 p.m. EST for our waiver wire Week 13 start sit. And yeah. Thanks for chilling.
Yeah, thanks,
Enjoy
everybody.
Your Sunday.
Let's go get these wins.
San Francisco D or Miami D, real quick. Miami against Houston.
Yeah.
Yep. There you go. There's your answer, Leo. But thanks, everybody. We'll see you on Tuesday. Good luck.
Have a good Sunday.